you was talking about
how people can't afford to live.
right on with diabetes and stuff.
I mean, it's a lot of people that can't live with any kind of disease nowadays, like heart disease. It's crazy what it costs for an ambulance ride, even. You know what I mean? No, when so they're about to put me. So something that comes with being a diabetic is heart disease because there's so much sugar going through your bloodstream that it can clog your arteries in your heart. Um, and so they're about to put a heart do like a stress test and put a heart monitor on me and all that stuff. And I just it's I don't know what something like that would cost if I didn't have insurance. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't have insurance, there's no way. Even if I did have insurance, if I had to pay for it, there's no way that I could do it.
Right.
No way. No way. Especially like the cost of groceries nowadays and car insurance. It cost me $158 a month for car insurance on a car that I own. I'm not making payments on it, and I have a clean driving record, and I have to pay $158 a month with a $500 deductible. Isn't that crazy?
No, I pay way more in insurance.
Oh,
so
do you?
I don't feel your pain right there. But you know,
I have a clean driving record. And I own my vehicle, and it's not worth that much, so I don't feel like I should be having to pay. I mean, I remember when $115 was a lot to me. I remember when I started driving and my insurance was $160 a month. And now I've been driving for how many years and I've got a clean driving record and y'all want me to pay more because somebody else got into a car accident in my area?
Oh yeah.
You know?
But I want to hear you talk about because diabetes. That's powerful. Because see, both of my parents had it. They didn't have to take insulin. They didn't have that diabetes.
So they take
pills. My children's mother's mother, she had to take insulin and stuff. So, you know, that's it's important. People, man, diabetes is something that really affects people for real, and it runs in my blood. And I'll just, right now I'm thankful that I ain't got it. And so just, hearing your story about it, that's what I'm saying. It's powerful, let the people know about it. You know what I mean? Shit, this shit is real. It's real life.
Yeah. Yeah, if I don't take insulin, then it's crazy because when
Well, let me ask you, like, when did you find out that you had it?
When I was 14.
Okay.
I didn't get to register for school my freshman year of high school because I went to the doctor because I had I had a yeast infection that wouldn't go away.
Okay.
It's fucking annoying, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And I wasn't sexually active at that point in time in my life, so it was weird, and they were like, that's not normal. So the first doctor I went to my primary care physician, and she said she's too young to be diabetic. And so then my mom took me to urgent care to get. So they gave me like a pill. It was like a one pill that you take, and it's supposed to get rid of the yeast infection. So we went to this inside Fred Meyer's. They used to have this thing where you could go and see like a nurse practitioner or whatever. And we went, and the lady said, "This is not normal," and checked my blood sugar. And she was like, "She could absolutely be diabetic. There's different types." And so they checked my blood sugar, and it was 425. That's high. Normal blood sugar is in between 80 and 120. And to be at 425, that's high.
That's real high.
And then she said, "You need to go home, pack a bag, and go to the hospital because this is too high. It's not okay." So we went home, packed a bag, and I was angry because I couldn't go to school, and register for my freshman year in high school. I wanted to be there with all of my friends and stuff. And then we went to we went to the mall for a little bit because I really didn't want to go to the hospital.
You didn't feel like you felt
I was
fine.
like, I'm fucking normal. Like, whatever. I'm thirsty sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but signs of being, my mom thought I was diabetic because my dad's diabetic. And so the signs that I was having was signs that he had had.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just a yeast infection. It was like I had a yeast infection and I could never get enough to drink. And I was always tired. Like when I was young, literally would be sitting at the dinner table and fall asleep in my food.
Damn.
Hmm. Yeah. At some points when I was sleeping, like my mom wouldn't be able to wake me up in the morning. That's just how tired I was because there was so much sugar. So we went to the mall for a little bit, and then my mom said, "Well, you can have one thing before we go to eat, and then we're going." And I was like, "Okay." So, and I was like, oh, I just want to eat these. I had a little pack of Skittles. So I ate Skittles, and my blood sugar went up to 600.
Mm-mm-mm.
And she was like, "Okay, it's time to go." So we went to the hospital.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. So we went to the hospital, and I think we went to Dornbecker's because it's the children's hospital. And I think I was like 14. Um, and they have like a specific floor for kids that get diagnosed with diabetes. And I had to. They have a program, so you sit in the hotel. You sit in the hospital, and for I think it was 3 days, you have to go through all of this training to be a diabetic. So in order to be able to watch any kind of TV at all, mind you, they're pumping you full of, you know, fluids and trying to get your ketones down and all of this stuff, right? And you just don't want to be there because it's not home. And the beds aren't comfortable in the hospital, especially not if you're there for 3 days. So, what was I saying?
Yeah, you said the beds wasn't comfortable, Yeah, that's what you were saying.
I said something. I was about to say something about. They said it. So they were pumping me full of fluids and stuff, and they said that I needed to drink water. So when you have like liquid going through your body or whatever, your thirst goes away because you're hydrated. You know what I mean? But because my ketones were so high, I wasn't allowed to leave at 3 days because my ketones were so high. And then every day you have to watch all of these like training courses on the TV, and then they would schedule a nutritionist to come in or like somebody to teach me how to do shots or how to measure the amount of insulin that I would take for whatever my blood sugar was, or counting carbs for whatever I was going to dose my insulin for. At the time when I got diagnosed, it was way more reactive than it is now because now they're more proactive. They want you to take your shots before you eat your food, like fast acting wise, because they don't want your blood sugar to jump.
Okay.
I think A1C when I got into the hospital, my A1C was like 14 or something like that, and now a normal A1C is 5. So, it's crazy the
Right. Yeah, see, you just them is different languages that I don't know, but it's just man, it's something it's awareness. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now my A1C is 6.2.
That's close to right.
It's better for your health. So when I got the doctor that I have now, he asked me what type of diabetic I was, and I told him type 1 because I thought I was type 1. And he was like, okay, so he was like, what do you need? And I was like, well, I don't have any insulin that's not expired. so there's no way for me, like, what I have is expired and it doesn't work the way that it should. And he was like, okay, we'll get you a prescription. And then I think he said, we'll see you back in 3 months. And I came back in 3 months, and my A1C went from a 12 to a 7, which is, he was like, that's unheard of. Like, you really did your shit. I was like, I'm not trying to die.
What did you do?
I was just really on it about taking my medication.
Okay.
And making sure they gave me a so when I got diagnosed, they didn't have a sensor that you can put in your body to like continuously read your blood sugar.
Oh.
So I would have to prick my fingers and check my blood sugar. Now they have a sensor thing. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Mine right now is not working. But they have a sensor that you can just put in your arm, and it syncs with my phone, and it continuously will update me. It checks your blood sugar every single minute. So that's what I think, that's majority of what, because the accountability part was there. Does that make sense?
Okay,
like
yeah.
my doctor's gonna look at this, and if I'm not, taking my shots, then he's gonna be mad at me. You know what I mean? So the accountability part of it is there. So, but something that sucks about that is like being on top of taking insulin. Insulin makes you gain weight. So I think I gained like 70 pounds just from the medication.
Right.
And my eating habits did not change. So it doesn't matter, like, if your liver creates sugar in your body. So if you're like working out or whatever, your liver will create sugar to keep your blood sugar from dropping, right? But my liver, it'll create sugar, but my body doesn't react to the insulin that my body makes. So my blood sugar doesn't drop. It's my liver's making my blood sugar go up if I work out. So in order for me to work out, I would have to take insulin.
Oh.
So it's like,
right.
It counteracts itself. You know what I mean? So what's the point?
Yeah.
So just makes me gain more weight. If I take more insulin, I gain more weight. It's great.
Yeah, but it's about staying alive, So.
Yeah. Yeah. So what sucks about that is like the way that people look at me now. So even though I'm taking a GLP-1, it helps my blood sugar. Like, I don't have to take near as much insulin while I'm taking a GLP-1. But people think that I'm just taking it so that I'll lose weight, which is not the case. So the other day when so they tried to prescribe me Ozempic first. They said I needed to be on this other medication. It's Victoza or something like that for 3 months before my insurance company would cover the Ozempic, because it works better, it has less side effects. So this medication, I lost my train of thought.
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Ozempic, this medication.
But what was I going to say about it?
No, well, you was just talking about insulin affecting.
Oh, the GLP-1s. So when I called the pharmacist, I was like, well, they had ordered for Ozempic, but the insurance company denied it. Now I'm almost at my 3 months. I wonder if they'll cover it now. And he was like, well, this is for diabetics. And I was like, honey, I'm a type 2 diabetic. I'm not just trying to lose weight. I'm trying to manage my blood sugar. Thank you.
Still. Oh, this is real.
So people look at me funny because really, I'm just trying to take care of my blood sugar. And if I happen to lose some weight, that would be great, because I lost a whole bunch of weight before I went back on medication. And then I, was just trying to live, and so.
Right. I mean, man, that's more important. You gotta, man.
Yeah. There's such a stigma over GLP-1s. And people that take them.
See, I don't know what they are because I'm not hip.
It's so as a diabetic, okay, so you have receptors that will produce in your body when you eat that tell you you're full.
Mhm.
As a diabetic, I don't have those cues in my body. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, because my cells aren't being fed right, I never feel satiated. I never feel full.
Mm.
Like, I'm always thirsty. I am always hungry. Doesn't matter. So, being able to control that is hard. So, a GLP-1, it has though it puts those receptors into my body. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And like after I eat, like I will have had enough. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to eat the way that I used to eat in order to feel like okay, I'm full, like I don't need to eat any more food. I'm not hungry
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
So
I understand that because I just have a natural urge to eat. I just like to eat.
I mean, I like to eat too, but
man,
it's like
my
I don't
receptors,
have to finish a full plate of food. You know what I mean anymore? Like,
I like to.
it sounds good,
Yeah, it tastes good
but
too,
I
man.
can't now. You know,
Right, and that's just the
and it's
thing too.
okay. I mean, it's okay in moderation. You know what I mean? Like, food eating and controlling your diet is all about portion sizes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And just brainwashing yourself. You can just eat a little bit, nibble on it, and be like, "Oh, I'm cool." Tell yourself you cool.
that's why I buy when I'm buying stuff. When I'm like at the grocery store, I don't buy like the big packs of Oreos or whatever. I'm gonna get the like box that has like 4 of the mini packs in it.
Yeah. See me, I kind of I don't even buy it because I don't have the self control. If I got it around me, I'm gonna smash it.
Yeah, so when I didn't live with my family, I didn't buy stuff like that.
You said what?
When I didn't live with my family, like when I was in my apartment with my roommate, I didn't buy stuff like that. Like if I had snacks, it was something healthy, like a fruit bar, like those. Have you seen those natural bars that have like the fruit filling? They kind of look like a fig Newton, but they're like a bran muffin powder, whatever. So I'd buy things like that, and it was like if my blood sugar went low, I would eat one of those, or like I'd have. I had my own mini fridge in my room because I didn't want to share my food with my roommate. And she had a daughter, so it was hard not to. It's hard to like distinct what is okay to eat and what is not okay to eat when you have a child in the household. So I just would, put my things that I didn't want somebody else to eat in the refrigerator in my room. So I would put like high protein yogurt or um, like sugar free drinks, things like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, nice.
yeah, I lost. So when I didn't live with my family, I lost a whole lot of weight. I think that stress can cause you to gain weight too.
Yeah, it can. But yeah, no, we was talking about that natural impulse to eat, though, man. I just like to eat it, even though my senses work or whatever. I just like this, man. It be tasting good.
Yeah, but like once you feel that full, you don't eat anymore.
Right. I can also just tell myself, I'm gonna just eat a little bit, or I just eat an apple or something, eat some, some carrots. I mean, and then I can just be like, I don't feel like eating. Drink some coffee, and I'll be cool.
I don't like coffee. I wish I
It
liked
don't
coffee.
taste good, but it just,
I love the smell of it though.
oh yeah. I don't like how it smell or taste, but it's a bad habit I picked up in prison. That's just man, because in prison, like again, I was in the law library, so I used to be in my cell with all my papers across my bunk, you know what I'm saying, and just be grinding late night. You know what I mean? Reading this and reading that and reading this.
You said you were in the law office.
Oh no, not no. I don't have no desire to be no type of lawyer, judge, or nothing. I have read so many law books, I don't want to ever read another one. You know, but I mean, just because I don't want to do it, don't mean it might not happen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you know, it would be cool to go to law school, Lewis and Clark, you know what I mean? And just to, you know, give a middle finger to the man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fun to do it. But I don't know, you know? I seriously doubt it. Because, I mean, shit, man, time is so.
Or maybe an outreach program or something like that to help people that are in the situation that you were in.
Yeah, shit, that's what Paradox Media is about. You know what I mean? I can just put it out there in the ether, my story, my experience, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in perspectives and narratives that's about positivity that can shape the future in a better way. Because you know, I mean, online, it's enough people online that's just all about, you know, violence, negativity, and that's what the algorithm kind of rewards.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of it just can't be for that. It just got to be because it's right.
Yeah.
You know, and who it's meant to reach, that's who it reach. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's kind of, you know, that's my train of thought on that. This is my way of nonprofit. It's my way of outreach. You see what I mean? This is the platform that they got.
Mm-hmm.
This is my voice, and that's the only one I got. And you know, for some, it may not even be enough for it. They might say, man, you know, especially because see, in Oregon, we have a way of following other people's ideas, and
Mm-hmm.
so somebody from out of town. This is how social media has made it. This is what I've learned since I've been out of jail, out of prison. Somebody from out of town with a social media platform got to come here to validate something in order for people here to want to support it.
You talking about Keith Lee?
Just whoever it is. You know, that person got to come from out of town to validate it. Why you need a social media figure to tell you that the food on 9th and Alberta is good?
Mm-hmm.
We've been going there forever. Man, Paradox, we just trying to bring ordinary stories to people because life is, man, you gotta laugh at life too, you know. You know, people take this shit too serious. Everybody's super tough and everybody has these self opinions and ideas about who they think they are and stuff, man. And at the end of the day, we all just human beings, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We all fall short. We all have our own insecurities and different things like that. And man, a little more compassion and empathy would help, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. So that would be nice in the fantasy world, but the real world is what it is, and so it's cutthroat. You know what I mean? And you gotta, hey man, when you're in Rome, you gotta do as the Romans do. And so this is the landscape, this is the playing field, this is what it is. Social media, they made it to where people can put their voice and their views and different things out there in the ether, and somebody might catch it. You see what I mean? That's something to me. So yeah, you just told your story, man. That story is gonna be about healthcare.
Mm-hmm.